Welcome back, Sports Talk, and I have Mike with me this hour.
Yeah, good morning, and good morning to our viewers out there.
We'll get started as usual from the local scene, and we'll start in golf, where Adan Yakub has emerged winner of the maiden International Golf Resort and Country Club tournament that held in Abuja only at the weekend. Yakub played off a handicap of 20 with a net score of 86 and 66 gross to emerge winner of the tournament. Sado playing off a handicap 28 with 95 net and 67 gross finished as runner-up net, while we have Kunle Badejo playing off handicap 28 with 98 net and of course 67 gross settling for the first runner-up prize. This is interesting. We wasn't only the male that were in action. We saw a Bochi female playing off handicap 17 with a net score of 64 and 67 gross. Mike, golf getting some momentum this period?
Yeah, I think it's a nice one. This Yuletide period, and in so many activities in the world of sport, especially right here in the country, where oftentimes we want to use the festive period as maybe more of a relaxing period where families and friends come together to enjoy a very good holiday. And courtesy of that, this one was put together as well. Golf is not one of the popular sports here in the country, but in the last few years right now, we want to agree that at least we are doing something remarkable in the areas of golf out there. And this is how we get to spot out potential talent who we can also give the platform to develop and possibly become a professional golfer, you know, in the future. So for me, I think it's a nice one that golf is getting the needed attention that it truly deserves, despite the fact that it's not one of the popular sports. But we can also make it, you know, one of the popular sports right here in this part of the climb, talking about, you know, the continent of Africa. If Nigeria comes first or comes top as one of the best golf-playing nation in the continent of Africa, I think it adds more feeder, you know, to our sporting development.
If you ask me, Nigeria needs to do more in golf, and I hope that with tournaments here and there, especially during the Yuletide period, the professional body, for say the Golf Federation here in Nigeria, will do their best to ensure that the very best are picked and that could do Nigeria proud at continental and of course international level as well. We need to get back to some kind of prime performances during golf tournaments. Away from golf now, let's go to basketball. It is cheering news, Mike, that the stage is all set for the 2024 Women's Basketball League Africa as the group draw results have been unveiled. We know in the past we've seen that in the male category, but from December 6 to December 15, 2024, we've seen a situation where some of the best teams in the continent had been together in crown the top women's basketball league here in Africa. We understand for 2025 there will be Group A along where we have Dakar, Senegal, of course, Ahly of Egypt. There will be 5 of Morocco. These teams, we understand, have been divided into 3 groups. The teams will have been they will have been divided into 3 groups with fierce competition expected as the battle for supremacy here. But it is not completely as we expect, because in Group A there is Dakar, Senegal, there's Ahly of Egypt, Ahly, of course, a known name. Then there's 5 of Morocco, Mountain of Fire from Nigeria. Then in Group B there is ASEC of Egypt. There is, of course, APR Rwanda. There is FBA from Cote d'Ivoire. Then there's a team from Congo Democratic Republic as well. Group C, which is the final group. There's Ferrari from Maputo. There is Mokomeno from Congo as well in that group. It is maiden competition for women at the African level in basketball. Do we expect the kind of performances we've seen in the last 3 or 4 of their male counterparts?
Yes, I truly expect such to happen. I think it's going to be a Mazalin one because this is going to be the maiden edition of the Women Basketball African League. I think it's a nice idea from the African basketball organizers out there, you know, to also organize in this kind of thing for not just for the male category but for the female category as well, so that we'll see some of the best hand. Because, you know, when you get to the Olympic, you also saw women basketball, you know, take place out there. Africa as well need to be properly represented, and it starts from here, from the region of Africa. We need to have a very healthy competition such as this, you know, to be able to select or pick the best, you know, basketball playing, you know, nation in Africa. And of course, MFM, being one of our own that is going to represent us, I think for me, we have a very big chance of making a very big statement, because you take a look at the dominance of the MFM, you know, in the Nigerian Women Basketball League out here. We truly agree that they have all it takes to go out there and do us proud. So I'm very anticipating this very fact that MFM, being the team that is representing Nigeria, is going to do us proud out there. That is not to say that that team like Al Ahly, even the team from Cameroon and the rest of them are not good, but then I think with the dominance and the consistency of MFM, we can go out there and make a very strong statement across you know, the rest of Africa. But for the organizers themselves, I think they've deemed it necessary to also organize this kind of competition so that we'll be able to know the best team in terms of women basketball playing a nation right here in Africa, and that is the way to go for me.
Well, let's hope that Mountain of Fire will give Nigeria a proper representation at the continent, as we hope that we'll see a maiden edition of the African Women Basketball League here across some cities in Africa. Meanwhile, let's get to bring you some of the results of the regular season NBA. That's the basketball league, do I say pinnacle of performances. We saw Atlanta Hawks playing at home, but they lost to Denver Nuggets 141 points to 111 points. Denver Nuggets, can they really get back to what we saw of them 2 seasons ago in the NBA?
I think it's very difficult, but not that difficult, because Denver Nuggets 2023 winner, I think, in 2022 winner, if I'm not mistaken. But
2022.
Yeah, 2023 they were unable to, you know, successfully defend that championship. You know, so I think since last year it has been very difficult for Denver Nuggets to replicate the same form we saw them in 2021. But then I think it is early call to make do, because we still have many games. Don't forget, about 82 games we go down.